So you have some opportunities coming towards you, some adventures coming your way. And it feels like these are kind of long overdue. So it does feel like this is something that you've been waiting for, that you've been wanting for a pretty long time. And I'm hearing abundance. So it feels like you've been calling this abundance into you. You've been calling for it. You've been wanting it. And it just hasn't landed yet. You've kind of felt a little bit out in the cold when it comes to the universe and kind of like, where you at? Are you here for me? Right? Like calling out. I am hearing somebody talking to their spirit guides. So, and having like a conversation, like a real throwdown conversation with your spirit guides about like, I'm doing all the things, I put the work in, I gave up all the things, right? Like I made the choice to walk away from the things that you told me to. I've been listening to my intuition, I've been doing the thing. And so why isn't this coming in for me? Why isn't this happening? And so that's kind of like the energy of feeling like this impatience around this thing that's coming in for you. And I'm seeing 444. So that may be significant for somebody. Tell me a little bit about what this probability or adventure or chance that's coming in for the collective is, please. The first thing that just came out was actually the Eight of Cups. So you have walked away, right? You've moved away from things that are not fulfilling. You've made a choice to leave them behind. You've chose to move forward and let go. And so you've made the decisions to do that. 8-8 is in my hand right here. 9-9 is also significant. So you've kind of been in this, my throat is really not happy right now. Why? You've been in this energy of like pause, reflection, meditation, healing. And I feel like you've healed enough at this point in time is what I just heard. And you're being asked to make the next step forward, move forward and make the choice to do the next thing. Take the next step. Because your abundance is coming to you as you take these steps forward and you move forward. It does look like this is something that you are creating for yourself. It's something that you are bringing into fruition, that you are bringing into reality. And so this is something that you are working on and that you've been working on, but I'm also hearing that some of you have been working on it and some of you have just been thinking about it and haven't done the steps to actually move forward. And I'm being told that this is going to bring in so much abundance for you and this is going to be completely worth it. Like, because the Pentacles came out with it, right? So this is, bringing in that financial abundance. And this is something that you're creating by doing something, by creating something, by bringing something to fruition, by bringing something into the reality. And this is going to be like a wish fulfillment. So this thing that you're creating and doing is going to bring in like this really excited energy and this really excited like kind of movement forward for yourself. And I'm seeing gold here. So it feels like this is also going to help you feel more confident in yourself, more confident in your abilities, recognize who you are, recognize what you're capable of. And by creating this thing and then it actually being seen and enjoyed by other people and liked by other people, this is like building self-confidence within yourself and like building self-esteem for yourself so that you can continue moving forward. It does feel like though you've been in this energy of trying to heal for so long and trying to wait for this thing to come to you without realizing that you are the one that needs to make the movement forward to bring this towards you and bring this thing into fruition. So it's about making a choice. I just saw like the Lovers in my mind's eye. So it's about like making a choice to move towards this thing, to race towards this thing, to continue forward in this way for yourself. Can you tell us about this choice, Spirit? Yeah. So this choice is what's blocking this new beginning for you. Because the Page of Pentacles came upside down. So this is like a new entrepreneur, like a new business, like a new job, a new adventure, a new thing that you're creating, very much in the reality of your life. And this is on pause right now because you need to make the choice to follow through with the dream that is on your mind, is what I'm hearing. So as soon as you choose to let yourself do the thing, let yourself have faith in the thing, let yourself trust that the thing is going to work out, right? That's when this feels like it turns the right way around. And that's when, you know, everything's going to kind of fall into place. And so I am hearing like you need to be a little bit stricter with yourself and more honest with yourself. That's like the throat cloggage. Like when it comes to, are you doing what you need to do to move forward? Are you taking the steps that you need to take to bring this thing into reality? Are you being determined and persistent? Are you being consistent with that as well and stable? And and realizing that you have everything that you need to be able to produce this and create this for yourself. You don't need anything else right now to start and move forward. And so it's about you being able to see yourself and what you're capable of right now. We're recognizing that you don't need anything else to be able to bring this into fruition. You just need to start, is the feeling that I'm getting. Oh my gosh, my throat is killing me. There is some people, it feels like, oh, that's interesting. It feels like you're probably in the state of being really tired. My throat. And you're being a little bit like, I don't like saying this, but you're being a little, as I'm hearing it, you're being a little bit like attacked in some ways. What I mean by that is like certain people are watching you or certain people are sending negative energy your way. And I'm hearing like you need to cleanse your energy and you need to protect yourself. And maybe you're not keeping up on your spiritual hygiene and that's why that's coming through very clearly. But there's something about, and it just cleared up after I said that, there's something about you not taking care of or clearing your spiritual energy, which is causing blockages for you, exhaustion for you, this lack of motivation as well is coming from it. And so you're being asked to cleanse your space, cleanse your house, do whatever you need to do to clear your aura, clear yourself out so that you can cleanse your energy. Because right now, it feels like you just have people kind of sending negative energy your way, and it doesn't feel like they're doing it on purpose. It just feels like it's a kind of just happening. I feel like you've had a lot of fallouts with a lot of people, and that's kind of why this is happening in some ways, is what it feels like to me. There's a lot of like you pulling back your energy from other people, and those people are really thinking about you right now or sending energy your way. And it's mostly because they miss you. This is not meant to be negative, but energy is energy, right? And it still can cause disruption and cause us to feel different. So if you've been feeling different than you usually are feeling, then this is probably a piece of why that is. So make sure you're clearing your energy and taking care of yourself. You rising is part of your karmic justice. Okay? You rising is part of your karmic justice. And part of your karmic justice is you rising in front of these other people, right? You getting to eat in front of these other people. And so these people are kind of focusing their energy on you in some ways because they can feel that you're leveling up. They can feel that you're about to make a big shift and they're not going to be able to come back in. And so there's definitely some regret I'm feeling from some people around that. And like people that you've walked away from, that you've pulled your energy back from, that you've decided just aren't your cup of tea anymore, that you just don't want to engage with anymore. And I'm hearing with the Queen of Swords, keep your boundaries strong. So I'm hearing that you're a really soft and loving soul, and you give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm hearing, don't forget what these people did, and don't forget how they reacted or didn't react in the past. Make sure that you're keeping that in perspective, and you're still maintaining protection around yourself and protection with your emotions. It feels like a lot of these people probably were not very compassionate to your emotions. They weren't very understanding of your emotions. It's feeling like they weren't connected to their own emotions, or they saw it as a threat for themselves. So therefore they did the same thing with you. Someone can't give you what they cannot give themselves, right? So if they can't be compassionate with their own feelings, they're not going to be compassionate with yours. That's coming through very clearly. And so make sure that you don't forget what happened in these situations when these things do try to come back around, or these things do try to return. Like, make sure that you're still on your boundaries around that kind of stuff, and protecting your energy and protecting yourself. Because there's definitely people in your energy field that can feel you leveling up. They can feel you making moves, and they can feel that you are going to be untouchable, is what I just heard. And not much time once you start making the moves to move forward, once you start taking those steps. Is there anything else, Spirit? So I am hearing that some of you are meant to be some type of like spiritual leaders, and specifically I'm hearing like spiritually guided in regards to kind of like raising the consciousness. And that can happen in many different ways, right? Maybe you do that through creating music. Maybe you do that through creating jobs for people in a really safe work environment, right? Or a trauma-informed work environment, right? There's so many different ways to do that, but it does feel like there's a calling here around you being here to raise the vibration, to help other people raise their vibration. So you're going through a lot of this so that you can raise your own vibration, so then you can teach others how to do that as well. And also, as we do that, this is coming through too, we have more empathy and understanding for other people who are in a different place in their journey. And that then makes us better leaders. So there's a leader aspect that I'm really feeling when it comes down to this whole thing, where you're really being pushed into this place of seeing yourself as your leader and taking on these leader kind of characteristics to move forward. And I do feel like this is what you came here for. So, you know, the Eight of Wands came in over this wish fulfillment. And I feel like, and these kind of came out in the challenge position, I feel like this is part of the solar plexus that I'm noticing, right? This confidence that's being built. It's this confidence that's being built for you so that you can start to see yourself as the leader that you are, so that you can start to recognize, you know, what you are capable of, so that you can start to understand why things happened the way that they did and why things played out the way that they did. It feels like there's definitely some confusion within that for you around like why everything had to happen the way that it had to happen. But a lot of it was teaching you lessons that you needed to learn so you can learn to embody this leader energy, this black sheep energy is what I'm hearing. And the only way for you to truly be a leader is for you to stand out. And it feels like you've stood out for most of your life. And there's a reason for that. You were meant to stand out. And standing out is actually what's going to move you forward. And it's actually what's been teaching you all of the lessons that you need to learn for you to be able to embody this leadership energy that you've come here to develop and embody in this life. It does feel like there's been so much subconscious releasing and shedding that's been going on for you for the last couple of years. And it does also feel like you are noticing that you're shifting with different moon phases. So, and if you're not noticing, then maybe that's something you need to start taking notice of, is how after different moon cycles, I'm hearing specifically full moon and new moon, you are changing significantly. And there are certain changes that seem to be happening each cycle. And I'm hearing specifically like releases when it comes to the full moon, like you're noticing, or there is releases that are happening for you. So certain shedding is happening around the full moon. And around the new moon, it feels like there's like this new sense of urgency that you're feeling, or this new sense of motivation, or like new ideas, or new, like something new is coming into your reality, like new ways of moving through the world, new ways of handling relationships, new ways of handling yourself, new ways of moving through emotions. Like you're aligning with the different moon cycles. And so that's something I think that's really important for this collective that I'm talking to today. Let's see if there's any last messages here. You're really getting control of your mind. You're really starting to take control of your mind. You're starting to take control of what you think about, how often you think about things, not letting your mind run away with you or your thoughts run away. Like you're really learning how to kind of get that in line. And it does feel like you've been in pause for this new cycle, and you've been wanting this new cycle for a really long time. And like you've been waiting for this new abundant cycle, right? That's kind of the new exciting journeys and new adventures, right? And it's coming. I don't know if you can hear that, but that came in really quick and loud. It's coming. And there is celebration at the end of this. And it really is just about you making, oh, the house is shaking. Making the movement forward. It's going to rock your world. That's what I just heard. But it's really about you just starting to have faith and trust in yourself, and making the choice to start moving forward, making the choice to start taking the steps, making the choice to just start one moment, one step, one little bit of piece at a time. So you got this. You know where you're going. You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust yourself. You need to know that you are always guided, you are always loved, and you are always exactly where you are meant to be. If this resonates with you, leave me 444 in the comments, because I'm seeing a lot of 4s. So 4s are very significant here. And 1221, 1212. If you feel like you want to work with me, you can take a peek in my bio. I love you so much. Take care.